Welcome, everybody. I'm Devon Duerr here with your messages from the angels for May 2023. Right away, the energy the angels want us to notice is that we have to pay attention to where we are still immersing ourselves in the past. Many of us are still focused on past wounds, past relationships, past failures, and disappointments. And the angels want us to know there's no more time for looking behind you. It's time to begin looking forward and following the divine signs that are leading you towards a joyful, everyday life. First, before we get into the messages, I have a few announcements for you. A quick reminder about the next online coffee. We have a roundtable discussion about the angels. You share your intuitive experiences. We have a journaling prompt that we discuss and we all learn from each other. Whether you're brand new to learning to use your intuitive abilities or you've been doing it your whole life, you are very welcome here. It's always the second Wednesday of the month. Please just make sure you're signed up for my free newsletter at devonduerr.com and you will receive the link to join the online coffee there. Now, if you would like to just join with your video and audio off, you are more than welcome to do that. A lot of times people will just listen in at first and put their questions in the comments, or you can always leave questions below this video or other online coffee videos if you want me to answer a question for you and you can't make it live. Also, if you sign up for my newsletter, you will get my free ebook, Is It a Sign? And this will help you begin to understand how you're using your intuitive abilities. And you can also sign up for my free 5-day journaling challenge where you get a downloadable PDF that guides you through the process of connecting with the angels and journaling every day. You will receive a free angel message in your inbox for 5 days, and then there will be prompts to help you begin to use that and again, understand the way that you are being divinely guided. You have to intentionally connect with the angels, and this is helping you get started. And one more final thing, if you're not familiar with the other shows I offer at SiriusJoy.com, that's Sirius as in the Star Sirius, please go check that out. Sensei Christopher Witecki has created this amazing service that sends you daily texts based on your astrology chart. Plus, there's loads of content, including his fantastic step system that guides you step by step to creating the life you love, manifestation, finding joy and self-love. I also work with 3 other amazing, beautiful content creators there who offer other shows and content. We have a daily pep talk, and there's really too much to list here. So if you haven't checked it out yet, please go to SiriusJoy.com and try it out. Enter your birth chart information. You will be amazed at these texts coming through that are customized to you. Okay, thank you for your patience there with those quick announcements. Let's get deeper into the messages from the angels for May 2023. Now, many of you already know this, but I always like to remind you that the way I work with the angels is I always ask for these messages to reach you when it's in your highest interest. I say a prayer of protection, asking that I only connect with God's highest vibrational beings, and the messages be for the highest good of those who come across them. Angels will not tell you what to do. They never want us to give our power away. So because this is a group message, if something doesn't resonate with you, just leave it behind. It may be for someone else. However, something does resonate with you, I encourage you to write it down. I find hindsight is often the most powerful tool for building trust in your connection with the angels. Now let's get deeper into what they want us to know about May. So they do see that you are needing to find more faith in your journey, and you are feeling challenged by this. You're feeling challenged to have faith that your wishes are coming true. And this is because of that beginning opening message about where we're getting too focused on the past. We need to remember to keep our eyes forward, look forward, and go ahead and let that be the past. Let it be water under the bridge, and try not to focus on that because it's taking away from our ability to focus on where we're going. We are having fears that there is not enough to go around for everyone, and they want you to know there is plenty to go around for everyone. But the truth is, there's more than enough if you focus on having the faith in your own dreams. This will bring in the happy life you desire. And this is because I hear a lot of the time when I'm coaching people to use their own intuitive abilities, or back in the day when I used to do small business consulting, there was that fear that there was already too many people out there doing what they're doing. And this is what the angels are reminding you. If you focus on where you're going and having faith, there will be abundance for you and those around you. You will be bringing in this life for you. And they have more guidance for you towards the end of this about that. But I wanted to start off by talking about that challenge which is really us having faith that things really are going to work out, that we really are going to be able to attract the relationship we want, the career we want, the dream retirement we want. Whatever it is that you are focused on manifesting right now, it's about having faith and leaving the past in the past and keep moving forward. Now, I do want you to know that what is going on subconsciously for many of us is that it's time to release some negative emotions and thoughts. A lot of times we don't realize we're still holding on to a negative emotion, and this can come to play throughout your dreams sometimes. It can come out where you get a little triggered by something somebody says, but you can't really put your finger on why. So focus on having a positive mindset this month. That's going to help us with the faith. Negative thoughts can bring a self-fulfilling prophecy, and the angels are giving you a heads up that if you keep focusing on the bad, you could create the bad. That's that self-fulfilling prophecy. So look for the good in every situation. That means in relationships and work. I'm going to give you a quick little example here. I found out that I had jury duty last month, about 3 days before I actually had jury duty, because the notice had gotten stuck in the mail. So it was too late for me to try to move the date or change anything around. I knew there was a reason I was meant to be there. And so at first it took a lot of rearranging my schedule. I had to ask some of my co-hosts from Serious Joy to step in for me for a show I normally do. And it was a little bit discombobulated for a while there. And I was feeling, out of sorts about it. But then I got grounded. I connected with the angels, and they just said, trust. Trust, there is a reason that you are there. And I don't want to go into it too much, but I will tell you that there was a reason I was there, and it had to do with things that I needed to stand up and say for myself. It had to do with me tapping into my own personal self-power. It had nothing to do with the actual trial or anything that was going on. It was about me having this opportunity to speak up. And I didn't see that coming at all. I just knew that if I was supposed to be there, I was supposed to be as present as I could and see what came from it. I also had a fun opportunity to read other people's auras and notice who was feeling what, and then have it validated later. So kind of a fun thing. If you haven't practiced reading auras, I've been talking about that with some friends of mine, and it is a fun thing to do. I thought, well, if nothing else, I'll just sit there in the courtroom and be a people watcher for a little bit. But it did actually bring some cool lessons in. So I wanted to use that example because it was really easy for me to get into the mindset of all the things I'm not able to do because I'm having to take a whole day to do this, when really the powerful lessons that came in and the downloads that came in for me that day were worth so much more than whatever tasks I thought I needed to get done that day. And I eventually got those tasks done even more easily the next day because more help came in. Because that's another thing that will happen is delays will actually be because more help is coming in for us and we just have to wait for it. Or maybe there's something that didn't even need to be done. So they want you to know too that recently they see, and they commend you on this, for the way you are taking a responsible and practical approach to something. So something that has come up for you recently, new opportunities or new goals you have set for yourself that are going to bring you success. You're behaving in a very balanced manner with this. They're seeing the way you're taking a professional approach to the challenges you're facing. And of course, this doesn't mean that it's in your job or career. It just means that you're stepping back and you're taking kind of the way the angels would look at that 30,000 foot perspective and going, okay, how much energy am I going to put into this? I'm going to choose my battles wisely. I'm going to put resources into this. I'm going to save money for this. And they see the way that you really have been doing that and that you're slowing down. And we have more guidance for you about May on how to handle this energy. So they want you to give yourself a pat on the back for that, but continue to take that balanced approach to what you're doing. And for many of us, this is just making sure we're taking at least 10 minutes a day to work on our dream projects, whatever that is for you. Maybe you're building your own garden in the backyard. Maybe you are sitting down and trying to write a book. Maybe you are trying to cultivate your own tribe, your own audience. So whatever it is that you're trying to do, taking some time every day is that professional approach. It does not have to be necessarily with your career or your finances. And they are also wanting me to mention right now, this also has to do with your relationships, where we're choosing to see the good in our close personal relationships and other people and trying to work on letting things go. And if there's something that is challenging for you, you're pausing, you're stepping back, and you're taking kind of that professional approach to the issue. Now, right now, as you are hearing this message, the angels want you to know that you need to trust good news is coming your way. I'm getting so many angel bumps listening to this, and they want you to know this hard and professional work you have put into practice recently is bringing you the praise you desire. This could be hard work within a relationship. This could be hard work within your community. Maybe it's a boss that says, hey, it's time for you to have a promotion or a raise. Maybe it's from your teacher saying, you aced that exam. I saw the way you worked hard. I even know of people who are working hard with their own children to ace exams, and I feel there's good news coming from all the work you did to help them study. So whatever these opportunities are, whether it's collaborations, it's because others have seen your hard work. So keep that faith that good news is coming, recognition is coming for the hard work you are doing. For those of you who are not working, they want me to say it could also be new opportunities for travel or joining social groups for fun activities. So if you're longing for a more leisurely life and to have more people in your life that you can do these things with, this is coming because you're taking the actions necessary to attract those people, law of attract those people. A lot of times when people hear these messages, they think that it means actual work. It's really more about focusing on what you want and taking small steps every single day. I'll go ahead and say it one more time. SeriousJoy.com is an amazing step system that helps you do this day by day, following the sun, following the transits. And Sensei Christopher Witecki has created this program to help you in whatever it is that you're after. Now, coming up in the very near future, you are going to see some of these opportunities coming your way, some of these offers to travel, to do different things, chances to receive more money, time, or energy from others, and also for you to offer some form of investment that gives back to keep the balance in the giving and receiving cycle. We get this message all the time that we want to activate or continue the giving and receiving cycle, and it can come in all different forms. Maybe you will finally be able to pay off a loan, or someone will return a favor to you because of your generous efforts recently. So that's where they want us to focus on the faith, focus on looking forward, trust that, doing the work you're doing every day and taking that professional approach and keeping your eyes on the prize, so to speak, is what's bringing in more for you. And they want you to know your personal power this month is going to be really about working hard on your own, improving your skills, building a business or new project, deepening your spiritual gifts, and recognizing that being alone to do these things is a luxury. So instead of feeling lonely when you're alone, you're using this time to create. So maybe you're quietly tinkering away with something in your room or in your office when you have a break so that you can master it. And this is where your personal power is coming from. So what has that been for you? Of course, I like to say, what's the first thing that comes to mind? What do you spend time doing when you're alone? And that's going to bring you so much power throughout this month and, of course, going forward. Now, they want you to notice that those around you are really benefiting from your spiritual gifts and the hard work you're doing. And those who are supporting you are helping you reach your endeavors. So keep that in mind, too. Look around who's supporting you on your journey. Allow your loved ones to help you if needed. This may mean that you are allowing your, parents to pick up your kids from school occasionally. Maybe you're allowing your husband to do some of the meal cooking for you or shopping for you so that you can focus more on your creative activities. Whatever that is for you, allow this because it's the all ships rise with the tide. I say this in the online coffee, we all learn from each other. And as we rise, everybody else rises around us. So they want you to know that, and they want you to offer gratitude for the spiritual growth you and the people around you are experiencing together. The angels are seeing that we're hoping to bring in new and exciting opportunities in our lives. We want more fun. We want more excitement. So whether it's with a new relationship, a social group, a chance for travel or career advancement, and they want to remind us that these chances are coming when we hold that faith for fun, and we have to just go do things that are fun to bring more of that in. They're always going to remind us about the law of attraction, and this is really going to come from following our passions and being original and authentic in the way we present ourselves. So way back at the beginning of these messages, when they were talking about us, those of us who are worried there's not enough for us, maybe, there's somebody already doing what we're doing. So how am I going to find my audience? Or maybe there's not enough, airplane tickets for me to make that trip I want to take tomorrow. They want you to back up and pause and find ways to get where you want to go, trusting that opportunities will open up for you. So show your own unique approach to things, show this to others, and this will bring confidence into your future, and people will recognize how you are unique and different in the way you do things. So finally, the angels are asking us to make sure we are taking plenty of time to rest or take vacation this month. For those of you who follow astrology, at the time I'm recording these messages, Mercury is in retrograde, and it will be in retrograde until May 14th, and it will remain in its shadow until May 31st. So the message I'm getting is just take plenty of time to reflect and review your motives as well as other people's motives before you make any decisions. I would try to take as much time as possible, take some time off, take breaks from things. It's okay to ask for more time before giving people answers. And we are always reminded by the angels to sleep on decisions before acting on them, to allow that important divine guidance to come in during sleep time. Now, we talked a lot about this in the April online coffee. If you want to go check it out, about our dreams. We had some really cool conversations about dreams. I could talk about dreams all day long. We were talking about, we need to have our own coffee just about dreams. So if you want to go check that out, it's on my YouTube channel there. And what I was reminding everybody is you don't have to remember your dreams to receive the guidance. What you're doing is you're noticing how you feel before you go to bed and noticing how you feel when you wake up. You're setting intentions before you go to bed, and then you're journaling what comes to you when you wake up. So don't worry if you're somebody who says, I don't remember my dreams. Just allow yourself to sleep on these decisions before making anything big. So, and I just want you to know that there's so many ways to get into that place of activating that guidance or receiving that guidance, even if you're not remembering it from your dreams. And one little quick mention, I do have an automatic writing offering on my website at devonduerr.com that guides you into, it's a visualization that guides you into that state of automatic writing. And this is another way you can receive those downloads visually and get them into a journal so you've got that evidence. I always like to talk, I don't even have it with me, but my book of evidence, the journal I released last year to help you track your intuition in an easy way to review it, to identify signs that you are intuitive. And so I have that journal on my website as well. But you can use any journal to do this. I'm just always encouraging you to write it down so you have that hindsight and you have that evidence there. In fact, I always encourage people, when you're trying to get started with journaling, you can go back and listen to old messages on my YouTube channel from the angels, and you'll probably hear something for you, or you'll hear validation, because you can go back and look at your phone and see what was on your calendar, what pictures you were taking, where were you, and then listen to the guidance from that time and go, oh, wow, that was what was going on for me, or it may be something going on for you now, because I do set that intention that these messages reach you when they're meant to. So it may be that there's just a message waiting for you there. Now, I do want to have a key word for the month, and it's actually keywords this month, and it's your personal power. And remember, they were talking about your personal power is coming from you taking that time alone to work on yourself and develop your skills and to tinker with your projects. That's where your personal power is coming from. And of course, remembering to keep that faith that as long as you use your own originality that we all have and that you were born with these divine gifts, as long as you are using that authentically, this is where your power is going to come and good things are coming for you. So let's talk about 3 things real quickly before we wrap up about this month of May to kind of help us activate this guidance, because a lot of times it's a lot, but it's like, what do I do with this? So the angels right now, what they want you to do is find what is unique about you and show it to the world. Be confident that your originality is bringing fun and brand new opportunities. So this is not a time to be part of the herd and do what everybody else is doing. This is the time to show the world, show God and the angels that you are unique and you do you, right? And then coming up very soon, and they already said this earlier, but they're just validating it again, make sure you're planning time to relax, rest, or take a vacation before making any big decisions. The thing that I love about vacations, and you can make it a staycation if you don't have the resources or the time to actually go somewhere, is that it gives you a new perspective. So you can take a vacation within your own home by just changing up your routine and choosing not to do the things you would normally do and taking time alone to do something different. Maybe do a jigsaw puzzle, maybe curl up on the couch with a book and your favorite animal. So make sure you're taking time for this before you're making any big decisions, because they are saying we're going to have to make some decisions coming up, but sleep on it, connect to your spiritual team before committing to anything right now. And finally, in the long term, by the end of the month, what we're going to see we need to be working on right now, all the way through the end of the month, is visualizing your future as magical. Trust that tapping into your own personal power, those key words, that you will have a more magical life than you've ever imagined. And it starts by finding magic in the little things right now. I had an amazing experience. I may have shared this on one of the coffees, but I had a really cool experience in Arizona last year where I was at a hotel that had a bagpipe player every night at sundown. And I was up on the 9th floor by myself, nobody around. And one of my favorite songs came on from that soundtrack, The Last of the Mohicans. I think it's the one called The Kiss. And this hummingbird flew up in front of me and literally danced the entire song just in front of me and then flew off. And I felt like, even I get goosebumps thinking about it because it felt like the dance was just for me. And I actually had to go look it up. Do hummingbirds dance? And there is research out there showing that hummingbirds will dance to music, and they dance as a way to show off their abilities to their mates and attract mates and things. So, and they also represent joy and dancing and joy. So it was really beautiful. And that was the thing that came to my mind here when they were talking about visualizing how magical life could be, because that was absolutely magical to me to watch this bird dance to this song and then fly off and go do something else. So I do have a pocket affirmation for you. I'm trying to bring that in with whatever I'm doing for whenever I'm doing an angel message for you, so you have it with you to carry in your pocket. I do have several pocket affirmations on my website you can download as an offering to help you create your own affirmations and just get into the right state. Use them every day, but they're short and easy to remember, so you can carry them in your pocket all day. And for May, the one that came to me was, I easily use my magical abilities. I easily use my magical abilities, right? We all have magic within us, and it takes having faith and trusting. Remember, we have to connect with the angels and ask them for guidance. We have to connect with our own spiritual gifts and do the work every day to connect with this. So if these messages resonated with you, I would really like to encourage you to like and share this video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. And one more reminder that the next online coffee is coming up. You are very welcome there. Even if you don't want to participate, I do put the coffee online on YouTube, but I do not put the participants' faces on there. So I'll open up with angel messages. I always open up the online coffee with angel messages, and I'll have that in video version, but then I go into just a screen format where it's just audio when we're having the roundtable discussion, which is always very fruitful. Everybody that comes brings amazing conversation. Everybody learns from each other. So if you're looking for someone to talk about your intuitive abilities with, your experiences, share messages from the angels, this is your tribe here. So please come join us, and you're welcome to listen later if you can't make it during the live, and just put questions under the comments. I would love to hear in the comments under this video if these messages resonated with you, if you have any questions for me. And I really, really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. It is my honor to share these angel messages with you. Until next time, take care. And remember to take time every day to connect with the angels.